We can't hear you. You're
No.
muted.
Classic.
Great audio setup, dude.
Nope.
Still
We can't
can't
hear
hear
you.
you.
Oh no, but we heard the click
I heard
when you
a
hit something.
pop sound.
Yeah,
that
we
the
can't hear
same?
you at all.
Oh no! Are you sending that audio signal?
Oh.
Oh.
Wait.
Now it's the quietest thing
super
I've ever
quiet.
heard.
You gotta turn up your
So
gain.
quiet.
Give it a second.
Warming up.
Thick audio
Oh, you
setup,
got two
dude.
amps.
The compressor is a tube amp, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, like it actually is?
Yeah.
Oh. I
Yeah,
thought he
that's
was
a
making a
warm-up.
joke like an old
No.
tube TV.
No.
You got those dank chicky nuggies today?
Oh yeah, forgot about that. I was gonna
No,
change
but
that.
My wife is probably gonna call me and ask me if I want food, and I'm gonna say yes, I want some chicken nuggets.
Well, you have to say it like the
Let's see
proper
those
way,
dank
though.
chicky nuggies.
Oh, it's very quiet.
He is.
Let's see those dank chicky nuggies.
I got you at
There you go.
200%. Austin, I don't know if it's Mark.
Yeah. You sound like a baby's breath right now.
A baby's
So
breath.
Shut off like all
So-
of Discord's like pre-processing shit. So give me just a second.
All right.
Let me
I mean, you
turn
do sound
that
good.
on.
Just like Austin
Oh, I
said,
should be
it is a
recording at
baby's
some
breath.
point.
It's subtle on my ear.
I have to strain just to hear the faintest
Sugar
whisper.
daddy, help me, sugar daddy.
I'm glad that everything that I say has so many legs with Mark Edwards.
I think it's
It's
incredible.
just two
I think,
things.
that may have been the longest that it took him to play that before,
Yeah, since he clipped it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're live right now.
Oh.
Hey.
Don't
Is
say
that any
anything
better?
bad.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is super weird. So my work setup, I use Teams, but Discord fucking lays so much pre-processing on top of its shit. It's so different. And I used Teams on my gaming PC to test it before I joined this, and it sounded fine. So like, why it didn't sound
Discord.
good for Discord? I don't know.
Just giving you a hard time. Balls!
Lol.
Oh.
Okay.
Rip.
Sorry, we're pushing out a new VPN module for work, and I have to log in and test it. So I'm gonna be glowing blue for a little bit.
Cool.
Nice. Well, anyway, guess what number this is, everyone? Do you know what number this would be?
420.
Michigan Austin definitely would know because he listened to every single one.
Yeah, definitely.
As of
So I'm
aforementioned.
not going to guess because then everybody's going to guess my number.
Is it the big 150?
No, not yet.
Oh, darn.
Dang,
What's so
tricked ya.
special about this? Surprised there's nothing special.
Yeah. 145.
He got us.
145. Gotcha.
Good job,
145.
Mark. Tricked us all.
Oops. I don't want it to show that. Anyway, what did we
Dave's
do
with us in
this week?
spirit.
Yes. I mean, hopefully, like his spirit didn't leave his body or anything.
Well,
Yeah.
he was responding in Discord, so
Yeah, he's
I'm
not
gonna take
dead.
that as
Not dead yet.
he's safe and sound and just didn't want to talk to
His
us
spirit has access to Discord, okay?
Wow.
He's just chilling.
via his mobile cell phone.
Yeah,
Wow,
exactly.
Does he have a premium subscription to
He has to play
Afterlife?
Nitro, yep. $14.99
Oh,
a month for the rest of his life.
do people
That is
spend
great.
that?
I think
Yes, I have
I was
Nitro.
I was gonna say I didn't
Oh.
want to call
Yeah.
him out, but I'm fairly certain Austin.
Because
did.
remember his hashtag number is 0001. Or
Yeah,
some
he was
shit.
allowed to set that.
As if someone had taken the name Hanakna.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I had a similar week, few days that Dave had, wherein Dave is not here because he feels bad from his vaccine. And so did I.
Isn't it supposed to be worse for people who've had COVID before?
I've heard so many
like-
things from so
Yeah,
many
only
people.
anecdotal stories at this point. Nobody,
Yeah.
no actual
Yeah.
data.
Right.
Yeah, because I had COVID and I didn't have any major reactions.
What kind did you
Ah.
get?
What kind did I get? Moderna? Moderna.
Nice. Yeah.
Moderna.
Lori got the
I-
Pfiz.
I feel
So did
like
I.
the Pfizer is like the name brand, and the Moderna is like the cheap off brand.
What?
The great
Like
value
one-
brand?
I don't
The
know.
great
Yeah,
value,
it just seems
great
like
value vaccine.
yeah, it just seems like a third party name, you know?
I agree in the sense that it definitely isn't a company I'd heard about until this point. But I
Mhm.
also think, like, isn't Pfizer famous for Viagra?
Yes, I believe so.
So, like, I don't know. Who would I rather? Some no-name company who's been doing, a bunch of development on really cool stuff in the background, or erection company?
Oh, I don't know.
If you could get a
I don't know.
twofer,
I mean,
they
I'll be
were-
honest. If
They
the
were
vaccine
really
gave me,
good
like,
at that medicine,
if it was like
so-
this.
I guess
I-
you can say that's a hard sell.
Ah.
Sugar daddy, help me,
I-
sugar daddy.
I
There
wonder.
we go.
Yeah, I wonder how many additional people, like hardcore conservatives who have been against the vaccine, would get it if Pfizer put a little Viagra in every single dose.
I don't know. It got really quiet at that point.
It did. Wait, we ready?
Everybody's like texting secretly about you behind your back
That's
in a
okay.
separate chat.
Used
Oh
to
no,
it.
I'm not used to it. Sucks being this popular.
Yeah.
So I had planned to. I don't know why my audio is peaking like that. I had planned to. I gotta turn my mic down. I had planned to get the audio right so that instead of the ready to brew, it said "Thank Chicky Nuggies," but that didn't happen. So
Aw,
Yeah.
that's
No.
okay. You're busy
Ready to
editing
brew.
another podcast.
I am. So that's a thing. Jay busted and or broke something in his hand, one of his hands. So I've been editing. I will be editing the next 2 podcast episodes
Yikes.
Wow.
Fight Club
for
is tough.
Drunken Arcanauts. This episode brought to you by Drunken Arcanauts.
Ready to
Yes.
brew.
Good. Okay,
Brew.
Mark, you're up first.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we have 3
but
questions.
these are
for each
traditionally
of
the
you.
easiest ones, so that could be good for me.
It's always random, to be honest. What mobile payment service? Wait, what mobile payment service company? Yeah, that sounds better. What mobile payment service company is adding support for users to buy, store, and sell cryptocurrency?
Oh, rest in peace, Austin.
He fell.
Oh, I don't know. PayPal?
No, Venmo.
No.
Bump, bump, bump.
That's just a
No.
no.
Your second one, though.
I was going to say, is
What-
that my only question?
No. You
One
get 2
and
more.
done.
What company
2
is now
more.
battling lawsuits due to their Tread Plus treadmill causing multiple accidents, including 1 death?
Peloton.
Good job. Look at you
That's
go. Do you have
right.
one of these? Is that why you know?
No, but I did hear that.
Number 3, a SpaceX capsule containing 4 astronauts successfully docked with
Ooh,
what?
docking.
With what thing?
You're such a sinner, Mark.
It docked with what thing?
I can't really. The name of this thing is all the things I'd want to put in the description, so I can't. It successfully docked with something that's 254 miles into Earth's orbit. Like what?
The ISS?
Yes, there you go. Thank you. I couldn't say like what station did it dock with. There's one. You would have
With
got
what
it.
thing?
The
The moon.
Good job. 2 out of 3. Okay.
Wait, I have to start the music again. This is so much effort.
You're ugly. You are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
Ready to brew.
I didn't expect that
Dr.
first
Phil,
part.
I love it.
Not
$200,
Dr.
please.
Phil.
Okay. Iowa, Austin.
No. Okay.
Your first question. What Microsoft communications platform has jumped from 32 million daily users in March of 2020 to a whopping 145 million daily users as of today?
Teams.
Get it?
That's
Your second one. What video teleconferencing software has released immersive view backgrounds that allow attendees to be viewed in a realistic meeting setting, such as a boardroom or a classroom?
Can you repeat like the first 5 words?
What video teleconferencing software or
Okay.
company has released immersive view backgrounds? So like instead of this setting, it does all the processing to affix you to a spot in a boardroom so that when viewers it would look like we're sitting next to each other.
So Teams rolled out with that a while ago, but I don't think it's what you're talking about. I think it's probably going to be WebEx.
Ooh, close. It was Zoom.
Oh.
I didn't know Teams
No.
had that. Look at
WebEx.
Microsoft.
Yeah, WebEx just pushed out like a bunch of virtual backgrounds and stuff. Teams actually has had that for a while. You can
Yep.
go into, as long as you have enough participants, you have to have at least 5, I think, and then you can go into like a virtual room.
Pretty neat. And your last question.
Oh. I already
Sorry, it's an
faded out
easy
the
one.
music.
What tech company will be selling their AirTag starting April 30th as a method of tracking lost items?
Apple.
There you go. Mark, how many do you have on pre-order?
I don't have any yet.
25.
What? Yet.
Anyway, now it's other
Michigan.
old crinkly Austin's turn.
Bill Foster.
Ready to
thank
brew.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Dilf Austin, for your first question, what tech guru who has come under scrutiny recently for potential market manipulation will be hosting SNL? Tech guru.
Elon Musk.
There you go. Good job. Your second question. Geographers are warning of what kind of faux satellite imagery commonly used to create bogus videos of people that seem realistic and the future threat this new satellite imagery poses. So this is kind of, it was a tough question to
I
really
know
put
what it
together.
is.
Satellite.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Good job.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Apparently, there's significant concerns about people doing deepfake satellite imagery and putting forest fires in places where they aren't actually having forest fires. So
Why? Like why? Like who
because
the
people-
fuck is
people
just
are
like,
awful.
I'm so bored at home. I don't have
I'm gonna make it
anything
look going
on with my life. I'm going to try to convince people that there's a natural disaster happening. What the fuck?
People are weird.
Yeah.
Your third and final question: what social giant is building its own in-app podcast player?
Wait, could you cut out just for a second there? What social what?
What social media giant is building its own in-app podcast player?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Oh,
If I had to guess, I would say. Oh God, I don't even know.
No.
Like Facebook.
There you go. Good job, Mark. Hit
Oh.
that no prematurely.
Ew, Facebook. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Stay in your own goddamn lane, Facebook.
We have a Facebook page that's quite popular. Thank you.
what
Oh,
do
wow.
we? I mean, popular.
It has, I think, like 30 likes.
Oh,
Wow.
nice. Very
Wow.
cutting edge popular.
Mhm.
Cutting
Okay.
edge popularity.
Now I will tell you some Reddit tales from tech support. Remember that one time, since he's not here, we can talk bad about him, that Dave was like, oh, we could just read stuff from Tales from Tech Support. Now that Yahoo Answers is dead.
And we
Do that
already-
every week. Anyway,
Yeah.
Nero Bro wrote the story. I haven't actually read all of these all the way through. And by
Uh-oh.
all of these, I mean any of these. Let's see.
That's
Today we're
that's
talking
the Mark
about
standard.
understanding what a
Mhm.
file is. Says the person who's never listened to an episode of Helpdesk Nightmares. Faxing is still a thing in the
Listen to
medical
3.
industry, and while I agree that faxes are more secure than emails for many reasons, most fax services now have emails on the inbound and outbound side of things, completely defeating the purpose of using a fax. My turn-up team is attempting to get a customer up and running with their fax, and while my first criticism is them not testing it themselves, stretching a 10-minute troubleshooting session into 4 days of email back and forth, they did manage to figure out that yes, indeed, their configuration of the fax service for this customer worked. Generally, I don't know when this happens. I'm not in that department, but I share the first name with the manager of that department. Someone decides to misspell the manager's name, and suddenly I'm on the notification list. Now this is where things get weird. Even after confirming functionality, the customer's faxes were coming back as can't be processed. The first attempts to get the fax resulted in them sending us blank PDFs with headers on them. Q, same sounding name manager calling me, hey, Nero is an encrypted PDF, a PDF. In this case, because the customer is trying to be a good medical company, they're sending encrypted PDFs to the fax server. The fax server doesn't know what an encrypted PDF is beyond being not a PDF it can read, so it tosses it back. Customer's losing their mind because it's a PDF. Fax server is going, no, it ain't. My support reps just figured this out 4 days later. Remember, folks, once you encapsulate a file, it's no longer the file you started with, at least to everything else that handles it. I don't know
think that
why.
was that was an actual, like, it was an innocent mistake.
Yeah.
And they were trying to
Yeah.
do more.
But if you've
So-
already encrypted it, then you could just send it via email. Like you're doing an additional step to fax, which trying to double
Right.
secure doesn't make any sense.
Medical companies are weird in that like they really like to cling on to like archaic forms of communication like faxing.
Yeah.
It's not just medical.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, I totally agree with that. But medical in this case is definitely a great example of an industry that just does not know how to adapt to the times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
East Foxes wrote this today. Let's see. I got a call from user and she complains that her printer stopped working mid printing and she needs help. I've already checked the network cable. It must be broken. It's flawed. Okay, it's an old cable. It could possibly fail if its screening shield is too flawed. Let me check the network status. Check network connectivity. The link is down. Printer was up just a few minutes ago. Well, maybe the cable really failed. It seems like it's really broken. Your printer's not visible on the network anymore, but just to be sure, is it a white cable with yellow endings? We're using special cables in this building with cable sharing standard. Really bad stuff, but need it. Yes, that's the right cable. I also didn't change anything, but since I thought it's broken, I disconnected the cable from the network outlet in the wall. Sigh, could you please reconnect the cable wiring? You're also not allowed to change anything in there. Please don't do that anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I'll connect it. The printer came up immediately again. Ping worked, so it's not a network problem. I reset the interface just in case and tell the user about it. I installed the printer at my PC and printed a test page. I just told the printer to print a test page. Does anything happen, like the printer warming up, or does the screen or LED start flashing? No, nothing. It doesn't print. The screen says still, paper jam, please remove. The big bang heard on the telephone must be my head, which slammed against my desk. I breathed calmly and told her what's the situation and how to deal with a paper jam. It came up working after that. She should have thought about that immediately after she told me it stopped mid-printing. Interesting troubleshooting step to just unplug the network cable, which would
when it says
maybe
jammed.
stop the printing when it's jammed. Very
Each
interesting.
their own. Yeah, that was that poor person's
VPN
method of
success.
dealing with it.
Let's
Iowa,
just unplug
Austin?
it. It's just fine. Yeah, no, I just finished.
Nice. Let's see. Here's another one. This one was written by Dave. No, it wasn't. I don't know how to pronounce their name, though, so I'm not going to. An example of a call that I got today. Good morning. I got an email that said you're having a problem scanning to email and faxing, correct? Yeah, the machine's saying it isn't
Faxing
allowed to
again.
scan this. Now, as a bit of background, when a machine says it isn't allowed to scan something, that means a few things. Either someone's trying to copy/scan cash at full size and in color, which is, I guess, what turned out to be the case here. That's odd. You should only be getting that error if you're scanning money. I am scanning money. Pause for my 2 brain cells to catch up with what I just heard. You're scanning money? Yes, I am. I scan checks and cash for accountability. Well, you aren't supposed to scan cash on the copier. It is supposed to give that error. It did it before. Why can't it do it now? It was never supposed to do that. Why not? It did it before. 'Cause it's illegal. This is where they paused to realize that, copying money is probably illegal. I guess that makes sense. Is there anything else I can help you with? Can you make it work the way it did before? It did it before. Why can't the machine do it now? No, ma'am, I cannot set your machine up to scan cash. It is illegal. Click.
I feel like that is such a common occurrence where maybe something wasn't functioning the way it was supposed to. People were taking advantage of it, and then tech, whoever is dealing with it, updates the machine, or they they do something that brings it into compliance, and it feels like the world's falling apart for every single user because they can't scan cash.
Scanning
anymore.
cash is so
Mhm.
weird.
How many
Um,
how many situations have you been in, Cody, where people keep trying to scan cash?
Not scanning cash, but we have a lot of situations, or not tech related, where we're making changes to get into compliance, and it's we've always done it this way. Why can't we just do it this way? Well,
Yeah.
we were doing it wrong. That's why.
We have a
I just
scanner
like
at my old
Mhm.
job that you can't, like, because it tries to save it as PDF A or whatever, whichever A or B, whichever one is, it doesn't allow you to scan checks sometimes, especially when they have that foil seal on it. So you might not even be able to copy it, and you might just not be able to save an image of that check because the bank that they use when it's deposited at the bank or in the mobile app does not capture and save an image of that check. So if you don't do it yourself, you'll just never have it again. So that was always fun to deal with.
Yeah.
I just like what's the like when you scan cash for accountability,
Yeah.
I just that confuses me. Like how are you where does that where
It's
does
like
scanning money get like I just don't
Let me
understand.
just scan this cash and then I'm gonna stuff it in my pocket. Like what?
yeah,
What's stopping them from doing that? Like,
Yeah.
yes, I physically touched this bill with this serial number. Like, yeah, that's exactly what you're not supposed to do. But yeah, I
yeah.
mean, people like freaking out because like Cody's thing, like going from an old piece of software to a new one where you're going into compliance. Like, we've had multiple occurrences of people like having the incorrect access to a system, and like we upgrade it and then the role permissions change for like what role they were in, and they're like, yeah, I used to be able to delete like images in our archiving software. And like, yeah, no, you're not gonna do that anymore. You're not supposed to do that.
Aminus UK wrote this one. This one's fine. It's not actually Helpdesk. Anyway, I've been contracting as a data center engineer for about 6 months. It was a Thursday morning, and we had to go to the office for our monthly team meeting, so I was there early and waited around for everyone to show up. One of my colleagues turns up. Let's call him Buddy. Hi, Buddy. How was your weekend? I asked. Not good. Why is that? My surround sound audio device is broken. It won't turn on. So why don't you fix it? You're an IT guy. A surround sound system is not a computer. Well, it's like a computer with a small screen but without a keyboard, so you should be able to fix it. It's not a computer, and it's going to cost $400 to replace it. I don't see why you can't fix it. Just get a soldering iron and voltimeter. I said, wait, this guy is telling him? Okay, anyway. Like, why did you write the story? The boss was at his desk and intrigued by the conversation, so he comes over. Well, if it's that simple, then why don't you fix it, says the boss. Okay, then, Buddy, bring it in and I'll have a go. So Buddy brought in the device the next day. I got on the internet and had to search for the device, and it's not there. However, there were similar models with power issues. So I'm pulling out cables and working my way down layer after layer until I finally got to this little ceramic capacitor. Take it to the hardware shop and got a replacement for $3 and soldered it all up. Pressed the on button and it powered up and worked. Monday, I take it back to the office. Hi, Buddy. Here it is, all fixed. So that's nice.
that was an incredibly condescending story.
Yeah, but I also don't
Like-
understand why this is on Tales from Tech Support.
No, it's the complete opposite. Like the guy is literally bragging that he can do something that he believes someone else should be capable of doing, and I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions with any industry is
Yeah, the other guy
because
was
you work
right.
because you work on computers, you can obviously, program the computer in my car, or because you're an engineer, I assume you know how to fix cars or
Drive a train.
yeah, seriously, yep.
Got him.
Good one.
Especially like in IT, like yeah, you might know how to fix a computer, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you know how to solder. Like,
Yeah.
I
Right.
know a lot of people that don't even know how to fix hardware stuff. Like they're just Windows people. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like I could fix basic stuff on a PC, but I'm not an electrician and I don't understand what a capacitor does, and I have really no need to.
Mhm.
So
no
and
need
like
to.
a 5 ohm resistor or something like that. Like
Yeah.
yeah, you need to swap that out. It's like
yep.
like I could
So
swap out a
confusing.
RAM stick, I can swap out a ribbon cable, I can do like the basic stuff. You tell me that a trace is bad on a board, I'm like, you're on your own, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, this guy shouldn't have been a dick. It is a little easier to deal with sound stuff. I've worked on that in the past, but Also, like,
Mhm.
if that's not just because you work in IT doesn't mean that you can deal with your surround sound system. They're not
No.
the same parts.
No.
Yeah, stop being
no.
so elitist. Stop being an elitist tech supporter.
Yeah.
You
So
can
those are
fix it.
our Reddit stories. Shout out to Dave, Tales from Tech Support, as we have done for 145 episodes. Remember in the early days, Cody, when we did like 10?
Oh, you remember when it used to take 4 hours to record because you wanted everyone else to read, and we're very poor readers.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
And it would
remember
take
that.
us. It would take 30 minutes to read, a 2-page story,
Yeah.
and then you'd be like, "Just give it to me."
We're like, okay, I'll read this one, I guess.
Yeah, we
Good
would always
times.
laugh. Good times, good times.
We would laugh and laugh at how poor yours and Jen's reading skills were.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, I
And
think
Mark
you.
just like skims it and like fucks up words, but just keeps going.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, I think
Let's see those
Mark,
dank chicky
you're-
nuggies.
you're far superior. We talk about this a lot, that we can't compare your performance to any other human beings with this stuff. It doesn't make sense. You're not the standard.
Reading is fundamental.
Breaking news.
Let's see those dank chicky nuggies.
Let's see him.
So, April. Oh, I did not blank out the year on this one. I could have read that out loud. Okay. April 27th of what year Xerox introduces the Xerox 8010 Star Information System, the first commercial system utilizing a computer mouse, among other now commonplace technologies. The 8010 was geared toward business and was not a commercial success. Therefore, the mouse remained in relative obscurity until the Apple Lisa, but more prominently, the Apple Macintosh brought the mouse into the mainstream. But April 27th of what year the commercial computer mouse was introduced?
I want everyone else to go first, please, because I don't even know where to start. Like 17, 18,
17,
1900s.
correct.
I mean, I legit have no idea. Like 1981 or 2, like the Apple like Macintosh came out, right? And I think that had a mouse, but you're talking commercial? Like that could have been like 20 years before, or it could be 2. Like there's no way to guess.
I'm going to say 1969.
There is a way to guess, which is by saying a number.
Well,
1971.
rude.
Oh, got him.
I'll go 62. I'll
Ooh.
go a little bit farther back just to catch it.
One of you had said the exact correct number, but then
Oh,
went
God
much
damn it.
earlier, which was 1981.
Wow.
Oh, looks
So-
like I won this one.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at that, huh? Shucks.
I don't know if the
Oh,
music will
man,
last the
it
song, so
stinks
let's start it
winning all
over.
the time.
Let's see
Breaking
those dank
news.
chicky nuggies.
April 25th of what year? Something That's Dead to Me begins advertising its web-based search engine on national television, featuring the tagline, "Do You Yahoo?" The ads first aired during Late Night with David Letterman, Saturday Night Live, and Star Trek. This was a very early example of the internet entering into the mainstream. April 25th of what year did Yahoo start advertising on TV? It's dead to me because they're shutting down Yahoo Answers.
I thought there was an application or website called It's Dead to Me, and I was really trying to
wish.
think. I'm going to say 1999.
95.
Good guess, good guess.
Which one came first, Google or Yahoo?
Oh, good point.
I really don't know. Maybe 93. Did someone say 93 yet?
I said 95. You're good.
I'll go 93.
Are we all over, Mark?
The correct answer is 1996.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
So
Two for
we
two.
got it
Too
again.
good at this.
And then we have one more. We've done this one before, but that doesn't seem to matter because I could have
Nope.
done the ones that we did last week and everyone would still get them wrong.
Spot on.
Let's see
Breaking
those dank
news.
chicky nuggies.
April
Breaking chicky nuggies.
April 23rd of what year the first video uploaded to YouTube, Meet Me at the Zoo, is posted. on April 23rd of year redacted at 8:27 p.m. by co-founder Jawed Karim. For now, being a piece of history, the video is actually pretty dumb. As of April 23rd, 2021, it's been viewed 162 million times. Note to future entrepreneurs, this person wrote, what you do may be for posterity. Choose wisely. April 23rd of what year the first video is uploaded to YouTube?
2004.
Oh.
1999.
We have 2003, 2004, and 1999. The correct answer is 2005.
Oh my god.
I knew it was anywhere between 04 and 06. That cool.
Technically correct.
You know, if you go and look at a lot of the top YouTubers now, like most of their accounts are created in like the 2006 year around about. Like sometimes it's, a year before, a year after, but the old school ones are all in the same year-ish.
Here's Austin from Iowa's favorite new part of Helpdesk Nightmares.
Maybe he should go first.
I'll try to give him the easiest one, so Michigaston can have this one. It's not that hard. They're never that hard. Okay, so your limerick, Michigaston, old crinkly Austin, as we also call him, is this. You might drive to the store in the cold. You could bike if you're feeling quite bold. If it takes too much space stored inside of your place, an electric bike's here, you can... You're not going to make me say it again, are you? What did you say?
That's a great question. Or great guess.
What was
That's
it?
not it.
Hold?
No.
That was really, really good, though.
Anyone else want to steal?
Fold?
Fold.
Wow.
But, I mean, technically you can hold it when it's
You can.
folded.
Yeah, I
Brompton.
would argue that I actually had it right.
Yep, but that's
you're
not
just
how
that
guessing
creative.
limericks works. Brompton Electric has been making folding bikes for over 45 years, but recently entered the electric bike space. They've got an e-bike standard 6-speed model that comes in black and Turkish green and costs nearly $4,000.
Yeah,
and the best thing is you can fold it.
$4,000 for an electric bike is like 2,000. That's not that expensive. It's usually about 2,000 for a brand new one.
It fits in a closet, the trunk of a car, weighs only 30 pounds, and has small wheels on the bottom so you can push or pull it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you could hold it, but that was not the correct limerick answer.
That wasn't the word that I decided it was going to be.
Iowa Austin.
Yay.
Here's your limerick. For some of us, this might seem rash for the world to be making this dash. We might soon find it funny we once bought things with money when we no longer purchase with...
Thank God, cash.
I'll always give you the easiest one from now on. Coin shortages, curbside operations, and contactless transactions during the pandemic, especially how consumers pay for their purchases, has been completely transformed, and experts expect that to continue and expand. Merchants who already had buy online, pickup, and store channels before COVID-19 saw a 70% increase by volume and 58% increase by value this year with cashless purchases.
Wow.
It's been rough to see
Wow.
the retailers who
Wow.
never had anything and did not do very well trying to build something up in the pandemic.
I'm just waiting for people to start accepting Dogecoin, and then
Isn't there a
It's
place
just-
that's supposed to start accepting Dogecoin?
McDonald's.
Like, didn't GameStop say that they were going to try doing that?
that would be perfect.
Not that
it
they have a
really
lot of
would
cushion.
mean, things need to come together and just be like, yes, embrace us.
Ultra meme. This isn't even our final form. It's like what's that stupid Dragon Ball thing where they go like
Oh,
Where they put their fingers together.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then they
just like
become
the-
one,
Yeah.
Super Saiyan. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both Super Saiyans. They go dink, and then it's
Yeah.
a combined version of both of them. I don't
Yeah,
know what
thank
it's
you for
called.
validating the fact. Thank you for helping me not be the single nerd here.
Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, Cody, here is your limerick.
Something
Disclaimer.
tells me it's not going to have anything to do with Dragon
It's
Ball
not
Z.
about-
Kind of
it's not
tech
about
tips
Dragon Ball Z.
transition, or is this actually?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
And this video today is sponsored by...
Linus Tech Tips. Okay. Here you go, Cody. Private data we never want aired. Android usually keeps us prepared, but it seems in the past, while no users were asked, COVID-19 info has been. You look so bewildered. That's my favorite part of limericks.
It has. Wait, COVID-19 data. I read this article on The Verge. It has not been spared.
Correct, but that's not the phrase.
Gosh darn it! It has been
Aired? Or was that the first rhyme?
I think that's what
That
it's
was the
supposed to
first
rhyme with.
word.
That was the first.
okay. So we're all struggling with this, Mark.
Is this a
Could you repeat it?
Steel moment? I think I might have.
Could you repeat it, please?
Sure. The whole limerick? All right. Private data. Private data we never
We're
want aired.
blasting through this podcast, Mark.
Yeah.
Last time it was 75
That's because
minutes before
usually
we
you
got to
guys
this
talk
point.
about video games for 45 minutes and ruin my life. Okay.
Sorry, what's it like having friends, Mark?
I wouldn't know. Private data we never want aired. Android usually keeps us prepared, but it seems in the past, while no users were asked, COVID-19 info has been
Shared.
Shared.
That was the longest part of this Helpdesk Nightmares episode. Yeah. The Android version of the COVID-19 exposure notification app had a privacy flaw that let other pre-installed apps potentially see sensitive data, including if someone had been in contact with someone who's tested positive for COVID-19. It's something Apple and Google had repeatedly promised could not and would not happen. The notification app data is stored in privileged system memory where most software can't get to it, but pre-installed apps like the manufacturers put on get special system privileges that would let them access those logs, putting sensitive contact tracing data at risk, which is no bueno.
I love that. I love when tech companies are like, no way, 100%
Yeah.
guaranteed, no
Yeah,
way.
what?
Oh, actually, there's a way.
Yeah.
But only after
Oops,
it's like, just be
oopsies.
honest. Like, why don't you just be
Mhm.
honest, tech companies? Why you gotta be so shady?
Well,
Just be
Bro.
like, yeah, there's a way that this could happen. We're gonna be honest and upfront about this with you. But no, we're gonna be weird and cagey about the truth.
I mean, everybody does it. I mean, by example, like Google blocked like the capture of MAC addresses like for the device like 2 years ago, and there's still companies that are like stepping around Google to get it because that's like a device's unique ID, and that's the only way to tie somebody to a device so that they can sell ads. I mean, TikToks, like they got in super hot water for that.
Yeah, I gotta say though, I do love a targeted ad. Like,
oh, not
I
this.
know.
But only
No.
if it's in the right category. Because like I watch like a lot of random stuff, and if I see an ad for something just idiotic and stupid, I'm like, really? This is what you guys are buying from TikTok, is to give me these ads? Like, great job.
Well,
I
most of
wish-
the times my ads are like Prime. I'm like,
Ooh.
oh, I'll
On
do that.
TikTok?
It's a lot of Kickstarter recommendations,
Oh, no.
honestly.
Huh.
Yeah,
For
I get
squid cartoon
Oh my gosh, yes.
things.
TikTok
all the
has-
time
Mating
it's
ritual.
it's for squid porn. I really love
Oh.
squid porn. It's all Kickstarter squid furry video game accoutrements. No, no. I think recently there was a tarot deck that I backed, and then before that there was like a couple board games that I backed that weren't squid or porn related.
Have you had luck with Kickstarter or anyone here? Because I am
Yeah.
terrified.
I've
to
had a
back
lot of
anything.
luck. I have had so I've backed probably about 20 things at this point. I've been backing since for about a decade, and I have received a product every single time.
Good.
And I've only had I've only had two bad experiences. One is with this stupid like wallet that I bought that was supposed to be like eco-friendly. It was just an impulse buy.
Eco-friendly
It
wallet.
was just a ripoff from
It was
China.
just no. The issue is that like with Kickstarter, that company still has access to the project that closed about 8 years ago. So they keep sending me emails being like, buy our new products. And I'm like, the one product that I bought from you was a piece of shit. Why do I want to buy more?
Was it literally that's their natural wallet? It's just a piece of poop.
Yeah,
Like,
that was it. It was just like secure, safe.
Yep.
Oh,
Manure,
no one will want to
compressed.
touch it.
gross.
Yeah, no. And then another one was a video game that I backed, and they were just like, "Yeah, we're projected to get this video game done in the next 2 years." And then I waited 8 years.
Oh my gosh.
But I got the video game. So I mean, but again, like let me
Is it
check
that
what my
horrible
Kickstarter's
Root
like.
video
Is
game?
that video
Because
game Star Citizen?
Excuse me. No, it wasn't Star Citizen. I
Good
heard
one,
a
though.
lot of
Call-
I heard a lot of issues about Star Citizen. No, it was Children of Morta.
Oh, that was a really good game.
It's a good game, but like I wish that I didn't have to wait 8 years for it. Especially since like I had the option to get into the beta and I chose not to, and I would have gotten into the beta if I had known that it was going to take 8 years. 1 second, let me get into my Kickstarter and let you know exactly how many things I backed.
I have backed 0 because I don't trust things for that particular reason. Like either they take forever, or like again, this is watching experiences happen like on YouTube and Reddit and stuff.
Mhm.
Or the product gets there and it's shit, or it just never happens. They take the money and they just run with it.
Yeah,
Right.
I
I've never had it not work out. I've never gotten just ripped off like that.
I think I've only backed one thing, and it was like a local, like a friend was doing something.
Oh, 28. I've backed 28 things.
Dang.
must be nice.
Yeah. Oh, and one was awesome. It was $50 for a lifetime membership to this online retailer called Public Goods. That sells like really good products, and I don't have to pay for a subscription to like buy their shit, which is really nice.
Welcome
I'm
back to
waiting-
Kickstarter chat.
I was just gonna say I'm waiting for Mark to just log off and just shut down the podcast.
yeah, forever.
All right. Well, you knew when you invited me on here that I am inane incarnate. So
I'm pretty sure that Cody demanded you be on here into perpetuity.
no, Mark. Believe it or not, you like me.
I just mean like Cody roped you in and said you're on it from now on.
Oh,
yeah,
but
that
I
was-
think it was in jest. It's not that I was like,
No,
oh,
there was
he's
something-
obligated.
There was something else that happened. Oh, right. It was because Mark had tried out Valheim for a couple hours, and then
And
you
Root.
guys invited me on here, and Root. And then I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna join your podcast, guys. And then Cody was just like, I don't know. Mark's stepping out of his bubble, and I'm like, oh gosh, I guess I need to
Yikes.
reciprocate this in a friendship way.
yeah. So now we
Kind of
talk.
funny though, like,
about video
like
games.
Dave joined and then he stayed, and I think he was only supposed to be on for like an episode.
yeah.
And, then
And now his
I only
voice is
joined
the
for an
intro and
episode,
outro.
And then, yeah, he recorded the outro. I was only supposed to be on once because of Patreon. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
And then like a couple of weeks later, they're like, "Hey, you guys wanna join
Well,
again?"
we did have, I think we had a couple additional people. We had another Help Desk podcast guy join us, I think, once.
Oh yeah. Maybe.
It's like Help
Sounds
Desk
familiar.
Steve or Help
Oh,
Desk
Miles.
Joe. Miles.
Yeah.
I hope he's doing well. He's probably like a gazillionaire now, has the top tech podcast.
You hope he's doing well. We wish you well, Help Desk Miles.
I mean, we didn't, I feel
We've
pretty
never heard
awful
from him
being that
again.
both Austins are like, yeah, basically, came on once and it became a lifetime career. Miles, he came on once, and I don't know if you ever reached out to him again. So
He
The
was
one that
gonna
got
do his
away.
own. Like Dave was gonna do his own podcast, and he never did. Much like Chubby People Eating Cheese. And then Miles, I guess, did 7 episodes and never did one again 2 years ago.
Wow, 7 episodes of chubby people eating cheese.
There is
Maybe I haven't
surprisingly
listened.
Only 7 episodes of Help Desk Miles. So
Yeah.
R.I.P. He has not uploaded since February of 2019.
oh no, I think
The
that's the last time
pandemic
we
hit hard.
recorded with him.
A year
That's not
early.
funny.
It hit a year
He
early.
could have died from COVID.
Yeah, that's true.
Could be.
Right. That is not funny. And now I'm only laughing because it's awkward.
Yeah. I heard it. It was like the breath laugh, like
I actually can't stop this.
yeah.
Shout out to probably about another TV viewer on Twitch. The only one of us who is not on this episode in the Twitch chat.
Oh, I'm also not on. So hey.
Neither. Yeah, I'm not on
I just
there.
mean he's
was
the only
fun.
one in the Twitch chat that isn't one of us.
Gotcha.
Oh, right.
Anyway, that brings us to the time we asked Cody, what do you fuck with this week?
I am off of work this week.
Oh.
And I've gone to, I've gone to the Detroit Zoo
Got a
twice already.
blast.
I
What?
had to go to the Detroit
Twice?
Zoo.
We have
If-
we have a supporter membership, so we get to go as much as we'd like with 2 guests.
Ooh.
Oh, take me.
Yeah, so anytime anyone wants to go to the zoo, just reach out to Lori. You have her number because you don't have mine.
My
Or
wife.
whatever. No.
Yeah,
it's
why
a-
do?
What?
It's
do I
okay.
have
She's
Lori's
in the
number?
background and she's laughing. But anyways, yeah, so I did that twice.
that.
Going up to Port Austin tomorrow, which is in the thumb of Michigan, and then going to a casino trip on Thursday.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, busy.
Gotta waste that money.
I've never gambled in my life. Well, I mean, I played Robin Hood. I know, sorry, Austin, cover your ears. Robin Hood for crypto. No other Austin, because I know everyone hates Robin Hood, but
Yeah, fuck that.
I have a couple $100 in there, and I just am too lazy to take it out.
I hear that you gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away. Have you not heard the song? No one's heard the song?
I've heard it. I'm just letting you flounder.
Well, you know, like the joke is going to be wasted on me. I have no idea what you're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
Cody doesn't know songs. Anyway,
Oh,
Did-
super excited. Pokemon Snap's coming out on Friday.
Yeah.
A game called Returnal's coming out. And I am renting both of them because I'm not going to spend all that money on a game I'll
That's
play
honestly so smart.
for 15 hours
So
and never touch it.
Snap, is it a Switch game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's called
Okay.
New Pokemon Snap, and it's by Bandai Namco, who is also behind Pokken Tournament. And Nintendo was so impressed with the innovations that they had done for Pokken Tournament, they gave them the IP to do the new Pokemon Snap as well.
That's really cool. I had no idea. It looks really good.
Now,
You like
are
that?
they gonna make you pay for a demo like they did with the original Pokemon Snap on the 64?
They'd better not. That's one tribute to the past that I would rather forget about.
Because that's the thing that I struggle with. We bought what we thought was Pokemon Snap for pretty cheap when we bought the 64. Once we
Yeah,
were
and you
kids.
got the demo,
and
then
we got the demo, and then we went through the first level, and it's like,
Wow,
to
this-
unlock more levels, please go and purchase the full version of Pokemon Snap. And it's like, are you
The
kidding
actual
me?
game, you idiot.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was I've never heard of that. I
Mhm.
any demos I received, they were on discs on the back of PlayStation Magazine, and you'd plug them into your PlayStation 2, and it'd have demos there. I've never paid for a demo.
Yeah, it was like a local video game store. I'm
Oh,
sure that
well,
they
that's-
didn't realize that it was they
Yeah.
sold us the 64, and then we bought other games while we were there. But this one didn't have the original sticker on it. It just said Pokemon Snap. So
Wow.
we kind of, but a kid
Do you
going
still
into the
have it?
store and buying, it might be at my dad's house.
Because I think that's
maybe.
probably a rare game, because I don't think the demo is meant for the stations, the N64 stations
Mhm.
in stores. So what you had was probably worth some money. No, I mean back in the day it was worth
it-
trash, but
Yeah, but it, like I said, it didn't have the sticker on it, so it's literally just like a plastic
Oh.
cartridge. So it's
I
probably
mean-
not. Maybe it didn't even come with a sticker because it's supposed to be a demo unit. Who knows? I don't know.
yeah.
But
Sorry.
yeah,
That was a
we
little
got-
side.
We got gypped.
as a punishment for all of this video game talk, I've come up with even more limericks. Just kidding.
Yes, those are my favorite. Can we
No,
talk more?
It's so hard to
video
come up
games?
with
Limerick,
limericks.
and my heart just.
He vomited a little.
Yeah. Good. That'll teach ya. Who else? What else? What are you doing this week?
What are you fucking with this week, Mark?
I say it last.
Oh, all right. I'm fucking with rock climbing.
Oh,
A
weird.
new rock climbing gym just opened up next to my house, so I'm getting
Nice.
real into that.
What's the address to it?
I'm not telling you, Mark. I would tell the
He
rest
said
of our
right next to
viewership,
your
but I'm not
house.
telling you, Mark.
Good. I'm not coming to rock climbing or your house ever.
All right,
Mark
well,
just
that's your
shows
loss
up at this
because I'm a
random new rock
wonderful
climbing
host and a
place.
great cook. And also, my cats are adorable.
At the rock climbing gym? I don't think you're
At
supposed
the
to
rock
cook
climbing
there.
gym where I live now.
Yeah, surprise. It's his house.
He lives in the lofts above the rock climbing place.
There's just a
Mhm.
pile
There's
of
only,
rocks
like, this much
outside.
space.
Anyway, cool. That's fun. Have you how high have you climbed? Is that a thing?
You
Uh,
usually climb all the way up.
you usually just climb all the way up.
Not if you're
But I have
scared.
my first rock climbing experience ever was last Friday, and then my second rock climbing experience ever was Sunday, and I can do like a 5.10 A. Uh,
I know what that means.
there's
I
a
don't know what
whole
that-
scale. There's a whole scale.
Did you
It goes
fall?
from like, yeah, I've fallen a couple times,
Oh
but like,
no, that's
you're not.
terrifying.
I mean, you're not bouldering, but well, I mean, like they do have a bouldering course, so you can just straight up fall. But like most of the time, I do top rope or auto belay. So yeah, I'm either with a
I know what
partner
those
who's
things are.
offsetting my
This-
weight.
This blows my mind that you've gone to 1/2 sessions and you are already a professional. Like you know everything there is to know about
I
this.
don't know everything.
Everything's going over my head right now.
You should
Auto
cl-
belay, what I don't know what that
You
is.
should climb
So
to
an
the top
autobelay is
of
like
the
a machine
boulder.
that you like clip into in your normal rock climbing harness that like if you fall off instead of like having some other person that's like trying to offset your weight, it has like this magnetized sort of reel that will trigger when there's like a sudden and sustained application of weight, so it will like slowly lower you to the ground instead of you just being in free fall.
That's where it's at. That's what I would need.
You should climb to the top and then start knitting.
I would, but there's
No,
not
no,
like a
He
ledge.
needs to climb up to the top, jump off on the auto one, and then knit on his way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How quickly
Yeah,
can
that's
you
the
knit
power
something?
knit. That's the power move.
Yeah. Look, I did this whole sock.
Yeah. This is
On
my
my-
climbing sock.
On my 30-second trip down,
Yeah. Well, you gotta get faster. That's your next challenge. Anyway, Iowa, young Austin, what have you doing this week?
Not a whole lot. We just got a new rug for the living room, so I might hang up a couple of pictures in there just to kind of fill it up some more. But other than that, yard work.
Gross.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow or
no, you
the
can't
day
take that.
after
That's
tomorrow,
mine.
so I
Those
have
are my
to
chicky
at least get
nuggies.
it done by tomorrow.
I hope that's
But yeah,
not a cat.
There is a cat meowing if you can hear that, but I'm talking to Steve.
Also,
Don't take those.
he actually took the chicken nuggies.
Let's see those dank chicky nuggies.
Okay, so to be fair, they're not chicky nuggies. They are Southwest Detroit nachos.
Oh, not
which are-
Southwest.
I know it's really weird, but they're not even nachos because they're on waffle fries. Honestly, waffle fries are a great choice to like throw heap loads of toppings on because they are structurally sound.
Cool.
True.
Speaking of structurally sound, a new wall is being built here. The folks who built this area that I'm podcasting in now did a bad job. What we in the industry call a bad job. And so now we are rebuilding that.
What do people outside
It's
the
still in
industry call it?
progress. They don't know about it, so I'm
Home
not sure.
improvement.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was this something you discovered?
They probably
due
call
to-
it DIY.
Like what happened? What prompted
So
you to
there's
replace this?
as there are in homes, a stack for, the water to come down and go to the
Mhm.
sewage. And they decided, I guess we'll just, this whole like 3-foot space, we'll just make this one really long closet that you can only get into part of. And then on the other side, in the basement, we'll put like this weird old wooden, like mid-century old wooden entertainment center. And on the opposite side of that, on the exterior wall, we're going to frame in a window complete with shades that you can pull up and down, that because it's a basement, you can't see anything. It's just a wall on the other side of that. So they had some specific ideas that were bad ideas about how they would build out this room down here and all of this space. So anyway, They did a bad job. A good job is being done. I'm not doing very much of it, but it is being done.
Who's doing it? The new.
Quintron.
Oh, look at that! I didn't know he was that.
He's handy.
Yeah, that resourceful.
Yeah, it's going to take 3 years probably, but anyway, at some point.
But
I
it'll
only say that.
cost you
3 years.
food.
I only say that because he's nearby.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh! Ouch!
So that's what's happening. Oh, did I already say? I probably did. I was dying for like 3 days after I had my second COVID vaccine, so that's fun. I am no longer on death's doorstep.
Nice.
And I'm
Wow,
nearly
people
fully
have to bear
vaccinated. I have another week and then I'm good.
Get it.
Hell yeah.
Yes. And now you cannot wear masks outside, according to the CDC.
Yeah. In
Which
small
I was
groups.
already not doing because I don't go near people.
The Detroit Zoo requires you to wear masks the entire time.
That's
So-
fine.
Is the Detroit Zoo outside?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I guess
they
it could get busy though. It's Detroit.
they also limit capacity to like 20%, but they heavily enforce it. Like if you don't want to wear your
I
mask
like
on
that.
your
That
nose,
makes me feel safe.
they kick you out. So
You know what though? It's probably good for that though, because like imagine people giving animals COVID and then
oh,
it,
good
like,
point.
like blows
Cats
up
can
and
get
becomes
COVID.
more
Dogs
contagious.
cannot get COVID, but
Yeah,
cats can get COVID.
They
And
do. They heavily enforce the masks. They do not tell you that they just let all the lions roam around free. So good luck. Hope
Yeah,
you don't get eaten.
surprise. No, it's the peacocks are all free. I'm sure you've been there. The peacock.
Yeah.
There's like 3 dozen peacocks, and they will attack you.
It's awesome. I love that. Give me a little bit of thrill.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I would be more afraid of geese. Geese are
Yes, the
gross
geese
and
and swans.
disgusting and the worst. So, anyway,
Give me some parrots or like parakeets that are just flying around. I'd be okay with that.
Mm-mm. No, we went through the like bird cage thing today, and they were
Ooh,
just
that
flying right
Nathan
by
Lane
us
movie?
and almost hit us. I don't know what is it called? Like a birdatorium. There's
Nathan
something
Lane
torium.
and Robin
Aviary.
Robin
An
Williams.
aviary.
Aviary.
Yeah, it's that movie with
Aviarium.
Nathan Lane and Robin Williams. Yep.
Bird cage. That's a good one.
Hey, Cody knew a reference.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just know the movie Birds. So
Oh, the birds.
Oh my gosh, that's
That's a different,
rough.
a very different movie, but also good.
it is.
Did you just say good?
Yeah, the birds.
It's a
Oh
good
my
movie.
gosh,
Hitchcock?
that's like, isn't that like 1950s or 60s?
Earlier, probably.
Just because it's an old movie doesn't mean it's bad.
Oh, I watched it as a child though, and it was horrible.
There are some
1963,
good
so
old
you were
horror movies, Like
correct.
that's yeah.
I don't know. I can't. The horror effect doesn't rub off on me on those older ones. Also, I watched Mortal Kombat and I listened to all of Drunken Arcanauts.
Hey, well, all of them?
No, once we get off this podcast, I need help because your Patreon's not working.
What do you mean?
I can't. I don't know where to get to the hidden, unpublished videos.
Oh, you just do it on Patreon.
I'm
They're all posted
so I'm
there.
on.
Okay, well,
Well,
we'll stop streaming and
yeah,
then
sorry.